Being pulled over can be nerve-wracking for anyone at any age, but some of the things that students will be learning is what to do in the event of them actually getting pulled over.
The water may be flooded here in the ditch, but had it been in the field behind me, these beets would have drowned and then later rotted, which would have been a loss of profit for the farmer. A third of people will travel this holiday season, and of course, the most popular choice is air. Now, with 112.5 million people taken off from the runway, here in Midland, we're facing not the long TSA lines, but finding just a place to park.
So it just seems like yesterday we were talking about all that slush. Well, with these drops in temperatures, just look down here. All those snow piles are just rock solid of ice. When you're looking at secondary roads and residential roads, you're looking at mostly snowy and very icy. So be very careful. Take it very slow on the roadways. But when we're talking about main roads like University Avenue and interstates, they are all clear and good to go, and you'll have no problems at all.
Thanks so much for tuning in to America's best car and truck TV block. I'm your host, Phoenix O'Connor. Now today, we're going to talk to a business that no good restoration can live without. Here's Cannon. Well, City of Odessa, you've got a new councilwoman in town, and that is Peggy Dean. But, you know, I gotta say what makes this election so unique is they actually didn't vote for the candidate, they vote for the proposition. Can you kind of explain to the viewers a little bit how made this election so special?
Sure. I was fortunate enough not to draw on opponents.
So we're here at the Bush Tennis Center, and oh my gosh, you have this amazing clinic going on. It's actually pretty exciting, but even more exciting, I'm here a 23-time Grand Slam champion, Bob Bryant. So why do you come back to Midland and give back to our kids here in the Permian Basin?
Well, we love coming back here. This is one of the best facilities in the country, and they're even building it.
I'm on 20th Street South in Moorhead, and the situation happened a little bit before midnight when a man and a woman reportedly got into an argument. Things started to turn violent. A gun was brought into the equation. The woman escaped the apartment, ran to a neighbor's house, called 911, leaving her child inside the apartment with a man supposedly with a firearm. When police did come out, you're seeing footage from earlier. The SWAT team also came in. A Bearcat was also involved. All of the attendants inside his apartment were asked to leave the apartment. We reached out to Moorhead Police Department. This is what they had to say. Well, I gotta say, I always hear about Fargo, North Dakota, but mostly Fargo. I personally am on the Minnesota side. So Ashley over here from Unglued says she has something for us Minnesotans.
Yes, and it's super legit.
Your dad's a former pro hockey player, so how does that make you feel? Do you feel that, you know, you have a little pressure to make it to big leagues?
No, I think if anything, it helped me growing up, always having him as a coach and somebody to go to. I think it actually benefited me, and I've never really felt any pressure to follow in his footsteps.
Good morning, Becky. So we're talking earlier about apparel, but it's also a little bit about comfort and safety. So what is the first thing of comfort that they should probably know about?
Right now, you know, this year mosquitoes are really bad. Something I'd really recommend getting, obviously a Thermacell. It's going to repel mosquitoes, give you a zone of protection. They won't bug you.
So you mean to tell me you're not going to have a mosquito party? How is that? That to me sounds like not a good time.
It is not, trust me. From experience, I've been bitten up pretty good.
All right. Thursday morning at the TNT Donut Shop in Odessa off Andrews Highway. Gunshots were heard. One witness had this to say.
Working with my boss across the street, and I was coming back to the donut shop to get some donuts. And I was walking back. I got out of the donut shop. I was walking back to AutoZone, and I heard about 3 gunshots.
And those gunshots were deadly.
Guard taking off. I didn't see nobody, but I just heard gunshots. I was protecting myself to not get shot.
Killing 27-year-old Kyle Armour of Odessa and nearly killing a 23-year-old female in the passenger seat of his pickup. Odessa police said Armour was dead at the scene.
In reference to a gunshot victim, upon arrival, officers observed its deceased subject inside of a vehicle.
Odessa police say they know who pulled the trigger. They're now trying to track down this man, Nathan Gregory Gayton. He's wanted for murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The owner of the auto body next door was shocked to see what happened.
I was shocked because the truth is that the neighbor is the owner of the donut shop, is also my friend. I was scared because of what happened with my friend. Then I saw the truck had all the windows damaged. Then they said they killed someone, and it was not my friend. That was when I was relieved when I found out.
Kyle's mother is now taking to Facebook, pleading with friends and family to try to track down the man police say killed her son.
Odessa police say if you know where they can find Gaten, call the Odessa Crime Stoppers at 333-TIPS. Reporting in Odessa, Phoenix O'Connor, News West 9.
That's right, overfeeding your pet could come with some very serious dangers. I met with a 2-year-old Mastiff who's an example of just that.
Winnie was taken in by Diamond the Rough, a local animal rescue group, only a few months ago, and she was a little more than what the foster parents were expecting.
I was stunned. I mean, I didn't even want to take her home. It was like, this too much dog.
The Mastiff tips the scale at a staggering 240 pounds.
Because when we first got her, she could hardly move at all. So it was a little overwhelming at first.
Winnie had her fair share of challenges, adjustments to the home, such as adding padding on hardwood floors.
We'd get her up and then she'd walk 2 feet and sit down again. And it was like, don't sit down. Or else she'd sit in the threshold of the door. So, of course, you couldn't close the door, and, 8 below, it gets a little cold, so it's like, oh, we can't do this.
Well, walking off the weight was half the battle. So the foster parents got creative and made these walking paths. And the motivation was food.
From all that extra weight, Winnie had one knee that is a little bit arthritic because of all the stress of the heavy lifting.
The awareness of, what you feed your animals and how much you feed your animals is important because, just like people, if you eat too much of a good thing or a bad thing and don't exercise or burn it off, you're going to put on weight.
Well, the average weight of a female Mastiff is between 120 to 170 pounds. And as you saw, Winnie nearly doubles that weight. Back to you guys at the desk.
One of those good Samaritan was Johnny Langendorf, and he says a man approached him and told him what happened. He instantly went into action, but he says that he kept local law enforcement up to date to what was happening. According to both of you, so Giving Tuesday is a day to give back, but it's not just about giving money. You can donate items to charities of your choice. But the most valuable thing you can do is donate your time and love. SpaceX won a massive secret military contract Thursday. The U.S. Air Force picked the company Falcon's heavy rocket to launch one of its satellites in 2020.
Good morning, Victor, and good morning to you all at home. So I'm here with Lauren, and she said she got some pretty good deals right this morning?
Yep.
So where is it that you're trying to look forward to going?
I'm really looking forward to Ulta and their makeup deals.
So your cousins dragged you to go here first. Is that what I'm getting out of it?
Yeah, my brother was like, I'm going to go to Academy. Do you want to go? And I'm like, yes. He's like, you get 5 minutes in Ulta, that's it.
That is not a good deal, and I think you need to put your foot down with that, because how you guys are here since, what, 4:40 in the morning?
Yeah, but I researched everything I wanted beforehand, so we're good.
So you are a planner, and therefore he's an unplanner. I already kind of see the theme of how this is going, right?
It's been like that our whole lives.